So all supporting materials for tonight's meeting have been provided to the commissioners, and they're available on the town's website, and the public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda. My name is Michael Garland. I'm chairman of this distinguished organization. At least I hope people think it is. In any event, before we start, let me confirm that meeting members are here. When I call your name, please answer in the affirmative. Tom Fallon.
Present.
Michelle Colross.
Present.
Megan Langley.
Here.
Chris Carey.
Here.
Jesse Averka.
Here.
And please note that this meeting is being recorded, maybe for posterity, maybe not, by Auburn Cable Television. And having said that, the first item on our agenda this evening is a 7 p.m. public hearing. Timothy Johnson, a determination of applicability for property at 25 Vinyl Street. Is there a motion to open?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed to vote. Is anyone here on behalf of Mr. Johnson? Anyone? Feel it? All right. I mean, I would tend to think that people, if they submit applications or requests to us, that they understand they have to appear for our meetings.
That's a big one. Especially if it's 20 people.
So my suggestion is that I don't see that anyone is appearing on behalf of the applicant here. I would suggest that we just hold this and move on to other business, and that we have a fairly short agenda this evening, and then at the end of our public hearings, we can discuss what to do with this request, if that's agreeable to the board. In terms of other business, some of us made some sidewalks over the weekend, 476 Leicester Street, which is the solar farm, and also 12 Pearl Street. So I know Tom had an opportunity to go out to 476 Leicester Street. It's a project that's been, I guess, it's been on our radar for several years now. It appears that the solar panels are all installed. We had in the past concerns about trash that was on the property, tires. I think there was a couch down near a stream. So Jesse and I had an opportunity to go out on Saturday. All of that, those materials or those items have been cleared out. It appears that the project is complete. There are some wattles there and also some silt fences that I believe probably can come down now that the project is complete. But otherwise, it appears that the project has been built in accordance with the plans that were submitted and approved by us 2, 3, 4 years ago. So I'll entertain a motion if someone wishes to make one.
Make a motion that we issue a certificate of compliance for 476 Leicester Street solar farm.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? It's a vote. And then we've gotten correspondence from an attorney in connection with the sale of 12 Pearl Street. Again, Jesse and I had an opportunity to go out there on Saturday. This apparently was, there was an order of conditions that was issued back in,
Yeah, it was 23 years ago, so right at the turn of the century.
so in the year 2000.
Mhm.
I was on the commission at that time, but maybe you were too, Tom, but no, okay. But in any event, I didn't remember the property, or at least that application. We did go out there. There's no, the house has been there for apparently the last 23 years. No indication of any wetlands issues or erosion issues. So it appears that we are in a position now to issue a certificate of compliance that the property owner can sell his house. So is there a motion for the certificate of compliance to be issued?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Is there any discussion? There being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? It's a vote. All right. The next item on our agenda is Epsilon Associates, a determination of applicability for property at I-395 and 290 to mill and resurface highways. Is there a motion to open?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? There being none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's a vote. Would you be Ms. Jacobs?
I would be.
Why don't you come on up, please?
Yes.
It's cross elimination. Was a lucky guess, what can I say?
Good evening, I'm Alyssa Jacobs. I'm with Epsilon Associates here on behalf of the Massachusetts Department of Transportation Highway Division. I do believe we have a representative from Mass DOT Highway who is joining us virtually. I think I saw Kylie's name up there.
She is up there.
Yes, hi.
Say hi, Kylie. Can't hear you.
Yeah, but we're just making sure.
It's registering.
Nope, see, this is why I'm here in person.
Okay. All right, well, can you hear us, Kylie? You can nod your head if you can. Excellent. All right, we're good.
So Mass DOT has submitted a request for determination of applicability for both some pavement and some maintenance work that they would like to do on I-395, I guess, and as well as a small portion of 290 before it changes to 395, extending from south of the Pike to the Oxford line. And this work is composed of mill and resurfacing of the roadway itself. That is an exempt activity under the Wetlands Protection Act, but also some additional maintenance activities, repairing and replacing guardrails, some drainage, maintenance activities where necessary, as well as some vegetation trimming back for sightline distance improvement. So where there's work in proximity to the wetland resource areas, specifically, obviously Eddy Pond is a very large portion. I do have a locus map here that helps folks kind of just key in on where we're talking about. Mr. Garland, you have it open. Okay, great.
That one.
Oh, sure.
Okay. They will be using wattles or equivalent to protect the resource areas if they're going to be doing any land disturbing activities. So it's really, just a maintenance project. It also includes the ramps to Washington Street as well as to Southbridge Street or Route 12. We did appear before Oxford Conservation Commission last week for the small portion in Oxford and received a negative determination. So, I guess I would open it up to any questions. We did include some of the, the standard details associated with this work, as well as the sediment control in their submittal.
Again,
I believe they are looking to get it done in the spring. Get our permits in hand.
and what's the estimated duration of the project?
I don't believe they have a contractor on board yet, so I can't speak to that.
Okay.
They would coordinate with the town, the town is necessary for any roadway closures near the ramps or anything like that. I don't think that's anticipated. It's a relatively standard maintenance project.
So has it gone out to bid yet or not yet?
Not to my knowledge. Kylie would be the one who may have that information. I don't believe, typically they wait until they have all permits in
She's
hand.
saying no.
No, yeah,
Well,
typically
she's
they
not
wait.
saying no, but she's shaking her head.
Typically they wait till they have all permits in hand
Okay.
before they go out to bid. So this would be the last step before it's included in the contract.
So Kylie, do you have anything to add? No? This is great. It's by pantomime. Okay, I have no questions. I think, as you indicated, it's a very straightforward project. We've seen these types of projects before, so I have no questions or comments. And I open it up to the board if anyone on the board has any question or comment.
Everything's gonna be taken away and all that good stuff, right?
Yes.
All right. In that
And
case,
not stored anywhere during the, when they scrape it up, that it's all gonna be gone that day. It's not gonna be stored anywhere.
To the best of my knowledge, no,
Okay.
they have a fairly facility right up to 20 for maintenance. so.
Okay.
okay. If there are no questions, is there anyone in the public that wishes to comment? There being no public comment, is there a motion to close?
Make a motion to close the public hearing?
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's a vote. All right. Thank you, Ms. Jacob.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Thank you,
Happy
Kylie.
holidays.
Well.
Thank you as well.
The next item on our agenda is the 710 public hearing. Crocker Design Group and Ocean intent for property at 735 Southbridge Street. Is there a motion to open?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed to vote. Mr. Newhall,
Hi, how you doing?
I don't know if we can hear.
we can't hear you either, sir.
I don't know why this isn't working on anyone.
Is it because his things are plugged in?
At least now it's not muted, you know, if I wanted to mute him, I'd have
Because
to.
his headphones are plugged in?
Let me see. Does he have?
His headphones are plugged in.
Over there? Or? Oh.
No.
No?
So, Mr. Newhall, you can hear us, right? You can shake your head, of course. All right,
Volume goes all the way down. Try again.
Angela can hear him.
okay.
Have him speak again.
Mr. Newhall, can you say something?
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Can.
Oh, okay.
Outstanding.
Nice.
All
There we
right.
go.
So, Mr.
All right.
Are you here for the Crocker Design Group?
Yep, I'm here on behalf of Crocker Design. I'm here with I work for project manager for Crocker Design Group. Here on behalf of the Herb Chambers companies for the Auburn Hyundai dealership. Unfortunately, we just want to continue to the next hearing without any testimony because there was an error on the agenda of just the description of work. So we just didn't want to have any issues with abutter notifications just with open meeting laws. So we're hoping we could just continue and we can do our spiel in a month after the holidays.
I understand. Do we have anything else on our agenda for January 10th?
Depending on, you know, nothing was continued, so whatever gets continued from this meeting will be the only other items on the agenda.
Okay, so you're requesting that we continue the public hearing to January 10th at 7 p.m.?
Yes.
All right. Is there a motion to continue the public hearing for Crocker Design Group to January 10th at 7 p.m.?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's a vote. So, Mr. Newhall, your request has been granted. So we will see you on January 10th next year at 7 p.m.
Awesome. I appreciate it. And if you need to do a site visit or anything out at the property in the meantime, more than welcome.
Yeah, more likely than not, assuming, and if the weather cooperates, probably the Saturday before the 10th, whatever day that's going to be.
Okay.
So, but we'll be in touch.
All right. Perfect. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, sir.
Have a great evening, everyone.
You too.
Yeah, you too. Thanks, Dave.
Quick question on this. Is this a typo on the description here? Because it says walking path between.
It totally is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Okay. I'm like, wait a minute.
And that's why it's being continued.
Right.
So, it's all right. It will be corrected by
Yep.
the next meeting. The next item on our agenda is 7:15 public hearing, Mass DOT, determination of applicability for property at Interstate I-90 to complete a highway resurfacing project. Is there a motion to open?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? It's a vote. Ms. Schofield, are you here on behalf of the DOT for the I-90 project?
Hey there, Chairperson Garland. I am here for the second I-90 project.
Okay.
I believe the first one is going to be presented by Epsilon.
We've already considered Epsilon's request for determination, so this would be the second one.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
Sure, you're welcome.
So this work is basically the same project, just slightly farther down. It begins at mile marker 993.1. It's very simple. It's just going to be the milling and resurfacing of the existing main line and ramps and the bridges within the state right-of-way. Some of the related work is some slight clearing for sightline distance, replacing some of the damaged grates on the catch basins. Some of the work is within the buffer zone in the outer riparian zone, but there is substantial, there's nothing that would cause any sort of impact to the resource areas. Because of this, I do believe the project meets the exemptions under 310 CMR 10.02 2B2. And so MassDOT is requesting that the commission issue a negative determination number 5 for the work.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you some of the same questions that I asked Ms. Jacobs. Has this project been put out to bid yet? To your knowledge?
I do not know if it has been put out to bid yet. I don't believe so because it has not been advertised.
Right. And in all likelihood, then the work would commence sometime in the spring or maybe even the summer of next year?
Yeah, I believe most likely, I can't speak for the design team because as you know how these things go. Something comes up, something else moves around.
Sure.
But ideally, it would probably be springtime, summer.
Okay. I have no other questions. Is there any comment from the board? And I don't believe there's any public comment either, so having said that, is there a motion to close?
Make a motion to close the public hearing?
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, it's a vote. All right, thank you very much, Ms. Schofield. We will
Thank you guys very much. Wonderful night.
not render a decision this evening.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, it is now 7:18 PM. No one has appeared on behalf of Mr. Johnson. We can act on the request for determination of applicability in the absence of any testimony or other documents. I, for one, believe that the request for determination of applicability doesn't address issues that I have with respect to wetlands. I don't see that, we don't have a plan for the duplexes. We have concept drawings, it appears. Wetlands are not clearly delineated. So if this is the submission that Mr. Johnson wishes to make, I'm not inclined to issue a negative determination on this. I think a notice of intent should be submitted, but that's just my opinion.
Agreed.
I agree.
Okay, so in that case, is there a motion?
I make a motion that we issue a positive determination for 25 Vinyl Street.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second that.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? It's a vote. Okay. All right, so we've closed, we continued Crocker Design Group to the next meeting. We have closed public hearings on Mr. Johnson and also on Epsilon and the Mass DOT. So why don't we take these in order, at least in order of the way we considered these tonight. So for Epsilon Associates, is there a motion?
Make a motion that we issue a negative determination.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
I can flip a coin if you want. Okay. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? It's a vote. And then for Mass DOT, the resurfacing project for I-190, is there a motion?
I make a motion, we issue a negative determination for the I-90 resurfacing project.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? It's a vote. Okay. So our next meeting isn't going to be until January 10th. We did receive a request for certificate of compliance for 9 St. Mark Street. I think we have some, my understanding is that there's some other issues involving that job, Jesse?
It's sitting in front of other boards.
Okay.
I'm not really aware of any particular issues, but it is sitting in front of, I think they're looking for, compliance among basically all of the town avenues that they had to take right now.
Okay, so I think this is something that we can wait until, before our next meeting in January.
Mhm.
It's my understanding that the meeting minutes for November 8th are not complete.
Yes.
So, that being said, I think,
Did we actually vote on 476 Leicester and 12 Pearl?
we did,
Okay, just making sure.
yeah, we did.
Great.
So, I'm not aware of any new business.
Oh, I did get one thing, and I'll let everyone know before we have another wild goose chase, but we got another notification from Grid about, one of their vegetational operational plans.
Okay,
I only have one copy right now because I was having some issues with the printer, but I can send this to everyone tomorrow if anyone's wondering. It's, pretty much the same as all the other notifications that we've gotten with a
Okay.
little map and details on the actual methods that they're using.
gotcha. That's fine.
Mhm.
Okay, if there is no new business then, is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I second that. Yeah.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed to vote. All right, everyone, thank you.